What's up guys, Chris here back with a new video, and today's video I am going to be unboxing this right here, which is a Cybergun licensed KWC Colt M1911A1 in parkerized finish with full trademarks CO2 gas blowback pistol. This package right here is from a French website called Stockage Games, and the reason why I purchased this from them is because Cybergun is a French company that put the license markings on the KWC pistols, and because of the French connection, these are usually available in France, first of all. So, and they also had some sort of discounted pricing on this. I think it was 129 euros, and I'll put an annotation here what that translates to in dollars and pounds. So let's go ahead and jump into the box. Actually, before we do, since I bought this pistol has been released throughout Asia and several other European retailers. The Stockage Games website was in French only, so I had to use Google Translate to place my order and everything. But it worked out fine, but probably wouldn't recommend them as, you know, your primary site of purchase unless you're French. Then they might, you know, be good. So, the box came to me looking a little bit banged up, but there was a little bit of packaging paper in here, and the pistol box itself. Before I continue, in case you think I sound a little bit out of breath and sort of struggling to speak, that's because I'm a little bit stuffed up in my airways from allergies right now, so I apologize for that. I'll try to sort of take breaks and take a couple of breaths in between takes here. So this comes in a pretty generic looking brown cardboard box. I think it's sort of like what's it called? Throwback to where this comes from, the M1911A1 back in World War I, that, you know, didn't really have very sophisticated packaging back then, if any at all. I believe they were sort of just handed out directly from the assembly line to soldiers, pretty much. So this is what it looks like. It says serial number and then a blank line. There's no serial number written on here. It says one pistol, automatic, 45 caliber M1911A1, one magazine, assembly, serial license number or something, B1, B6, Colt's Patent Firearms Manufacturing Co. Is Co short for company or corporation? Hartford, Connecticut. Ooh, there's actually quite a lot of information here on the rear. It says velocity 344 FPS, 104 meters per second. I am pretty sure Cybergun, let's see, there's some fine print here. No, it just says that it's plus minus 10%. But I'm pretty sure Cybergun usually put the FPS with 0.12 gram BBs, but 344 sounds more like a 0.2 number. If I recall correctly, this with 0.2 gram BBs, this does shoot at around 310, 340 FPS. I'm not going to chrono this to find out, but anyway, that's kind of beside the point. Max energy 1.1 joules. Maximum range approximately 50 meters. That's a bit generous. That's probably for a human-sized target. You won't win any accuracy competitions with this one. Length 220 millimeters, 8.66 inches. Weight 976 grams, 2.15 pounds. Magazine capacity 17 rounds. It is CO2 powered, full metal, blowback, and the wonderfully Cybergun licensed and trademarked name Bax Adjustable, which is their name for hop-up, pretty much. So let's see, there's some product code numbers right here that we can have a look at. USA item number, Europe reference number. Made in Taiwan. So, like I said, this is licensed by Cybergun, and they're pretty much only a license owner and distributor of items. I don't think they actually produce anything by themselves. So the OEM, original equipment manufacturer of this, is KWC. And in this video, I'm not going to go very much in depth. This is going to be an unboxing and visual overview because this is the brand new parkerized deep engraved model. But I have a couple of other videos of the KWC 1911. If you've seen any of them, you know I really like this platform. It's a good pistol for the price. They range anywhere from $100 up to $150-ish, depending on what you're looking at, if it's a KWC non-branded or a Cybergun license and so forth. So let's go ahead and open up the box and see what we have. Trying not to disturb my microphone. There we go. We have some sort of Cybergun propaganda flyer here. Looks like it's French on one side and English in another. You just bought a new replica. Yes. Want to get the most out of it? Yep. Let us inform you anytime an upgrade is done. Not sure what that is about. I tried to stay away from Cybergun as much as possible. Pretty sure that most of you also do that. It also includes some safety material here. A little bit of warranty information. You can actually fill this out and send it in and have a European valid warranty. Let's see. Let's take the pistol out here. There's some things in there, nothing else in the box. Put that away. Let's take a look, get a bag of sample BBs here. Probably KWC brand, probably not very good. You could use them for test firing, I guess. That's kind of interesting. There's a thread adapter included, which of course would thread to the inside threads of the outer barrel, giving you an outside thread adapter for a thread protector or silencer slash suppressor, if you will. And we get an Allen key for installing the CO2 cartridge in the pistol. And that is everything in the box. Pistol comes, let me zoom out a little bit here, in a plastic bag. Ooh, that is actually a pretty nice simulated parkerized gray. Let me wipe that off a little bit here. Wow. I've never seen like a real gray parkerized finish, but just having this in front of me in this light, it looks really nice. Definitely unlike any other finish that I've seen. So I have owned the original KWC manufactured 1911, this model, and it was sort of, I'm not even sure what I want to call that finish. Then there were a couple of 100-year anniversary Cybergun licensed KWC 1911s, not parkerized, but they had white laser engraved markings. But these markings right here are actually deep. Ooh, they're actually engraved and sort of the edges are raised. They're probably not like roll markings, but laser engraved or like router engraved. I'm not sure what that's called. Take a look at that. Very, very nice, sharp, crisp markings. There's a little bit of a smudge in here. Let's see. Yeah, so the thing is, you can't clean markings that are this crisp. You can't use a microfiber cloth to clean. So I actually have some of this pretty like material, and if you press that in and sort of roll it off the markings, you'll get the dust out. Damn, those do look good. Trying to see if I can. Yeah, it's always difficult to capture on camera, but basically it says patented April 20th, 1897 to and September 9th, 1902. Well, actually, there's just a lot of dates. Colt PTFA Manufacturing Company or Corporation, Hartford, Connecticut, USA. I'm not sure if this marking here in the down on the trigger guard is something that's on a real Colt, or if this is an airsoft type marking. It is very, very nice and crisp, but I can't make out. There's a T, but I'm not sure what that triangle is about. Then we have, I think that's on all KWC 1911s, and I'm not sure what this one right here is. Then we have the P, which is usually found on the 1911s, and GHD. I don't even know what all of these markings are about. And then we have, I believe this is a German style airsoft proof marking of some sort. Let me know in the comments below what this F is. But look at how, even though this is a sort of a not a good marking, but look at how crisp that is engraved. Then over here, let me clean that off with the putty. Then over here on the right side of the frame, we have United States property number. I would assume that's the serial number. It does look like these markings aren't as nice. There's a little bit of a smudging going on here. Look at this. Here's a testament of how crisp these markings are. So let's do it like this. Check this out. Look at this. I'm getting blowout from the light. Let's see. I'll have to do it like this. So I push the putty into the marking and it just perfectly replicates itself. Anyway, let's go back here. There seems to be, where it says United States, that marking looks to be a little bit smudged or somehow. It doesn't look bad, but not as good as the other ones. Serial number 16C27906, M1911A1, U.S. Army. These are also deep engravings. And on the trigger guard here, we have the number 69. Interesting choice of number. And there doesn't appear to be any other markings. So there's no made by KWC, no 6mm marking. I do believe the only one, well, this one here, it's probably not an authentic Colt marking. And that stamp right there, not sure what that is either. Let's see, nothing on the ejection port. I'm going to go ahead and remove these two stickers. This is actually not mine, but I did get the permission to unbox and make a video, and I do believe that the person this is going to would prefer to see the video without these stickers. So stickers came off fairly easily and didn't leave any significant trace. You can see sort of a shade of where the sticker might have been, but I think that will work itself out over time after you use it and clean it off a little bit. So the problem now is my sweaty hands, as per usual. That's leaving marks all over this thing. The finish is a matte finish, but a very satin smooth matte finish. It's not... Ooh, well, here we go. We actually missed 2 markings here up by the rear sight. It says PI or P1, PL. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, the finish. Very nice neutral gray, satin, smooth, matte finish. Looks very uniform. I did see one little mark right here. That's probably more likely than metal. That's a little bit chipped than the actual finish. Not a big deal. Other than that, looks pretty dang good. Like I said, this is mainly a visual overview, since I have made a couple of videos already on this actual system of pistol. There's not really very big point in me going all in this video. We get the 17 flush mag base CO2 magazine, 17 round capacity, plastic grips. I'm not sure if the real 1911 came with plastic grips or wood grips. I would almost assume they were plastic due to time constraints and cost. Has a non-ambidextrous safety, as per the original model, of course. Rounded mainspring housing. And I don't think the red dot in here in the safety is from the original. That's something KWC have added. Let's cycle it and get a feel for the action. As always, it's very nice, smooth, crisp clunk. Safety seems to be working okay. A little bit of a defect here on the hammer, right there. A little bit of a mushy trigger and release. There's not a little bit of take up. And then it's just very uniform until the hammer drops. No significant like click or snap feeling. God, my hands are sweaty. So yeah, the safety cannot be engaged when the hammer is down. There is no half-cocked mode on the hammer, as we've seen on the other models. Let's do this test. Safety engaged, hammer back. We play with trigger. Bow. On some of the earlier models, or KJW and Inokatsu 1911s, doing this would actually cause the hammer to drop once the safety was disengaged. So that seems to be working fine. For the guy requesting muzzle shots, here you go, sir. It has a brass inner barrel and inside threads here. This is standard on the KWC models, and of course that's where I'm not going to thread this in because it might mess up the finish of the threads, but that's where the thread adapter would go, of course. So you get something looking like that. It just has such a satisfying, hefty feel to it, and you know, solid. And I would probably say, well, actually, I am gonna say, if you're into the classic 1911 look, oh, do we have a little bit of finish imperfection right here? It's a little bit different colored here. Might be that it's been sitting in the box on that side of the slide and gotten a little bit scuffed. You can see it right there in the highlight. No, not a big deal, I guess. I can't recall, did the originals have separately molded and installed rear and front sights? I almost seem to recall that those were molded into the slide itself. We of course have the blowback housing hex screw holding it in place, which sort of doubled as a poorly faked firing pin. Inside, on like coiled around the outer barrel, is a recoil spring, and we also have the traditional recoil spring in here. So that's dual recoil spring system. Yeah, it is very, very nice looking. What I was saying, what I was going to say, if you're, or maybe I did say it, I'll say it again. If you're a fan of the classic 1911 pistol, and what was it getting at? Yeah, this parkerized one with these engravings is the best looking, hands down, the best looking KWC Cybergun licensed 1911 replica you can get to date that I have seen personally and on, you know, images and videos. Just very, very nice looking. And of course you're getting this in 4K quality with white balance, exposure, color correction, you name it. If your display is somewhat calibrated to show true colors and brightness and so forth, what you're seeing right now is a good representation of what this would look like in front of you. So let me just hold it out a couple of different angles and let you enjoy. And then I'm probably just gonna end the video because there's not really much more that I can say good things about the KWC. One thing I will say, however, it is a nice system. It is nicely priced. It's not a very accurate pistol. Red Wolf Airsoft recently released a new hop-up rubber, so you can increase the range and accuracy a little bit. There have been reports of the blowback nozzle breaking and the spring being deformed. There are repair kits for that. Some people have problems with the CO2 valves in the magazines leaking, but overall, as a pistol and system, I know personally 2 or 3 airsoft players that actually play airsoft that have these as their main sidearm. They say it's very reliable, you know, in pistol ranges like 10-15 meters or so. There's no problem hitting a person, human-sized target at that range. The recoil is fantastic. Big, loud bang when you fire it. It's just very, very cool and fun to shoot. So let's enjoy this Cybergun / KWC Colt M1911A1 parkerized finished CO2 gas blowback airsoft pistol. let's see, what does the sight picture look like? It's the standard A1. Notch and post. Not very good sighting system, I guess. But that's what they had back in the day. The serrations are very nice, crisp and sharp. Not to the point where they hurt, but you know, some pistols where they try to do serrations, if it's like a molded slide, they can be a little bit soft. I am seeing a tiny defect here in the finish on the mainspring housing checkering. There's a tip of checkering that's looks like it's been scuffed from finishing. Not much you can do about that. And wait a minute, let's see. No, these are, yeah. So you can put Tokyo Marui spec aftermarket grips on this. You do have to mill out a little bit of material here because the frame is sort of raised out to allow for the C2 bulb to come in. So, but it's not a very difficult mod, and I can't recall. Well, actually, if Tokyo Marui grips fit, real ones should as well. I'm not gonna guarantee that, but probably possible to mod real grips to fit. Right, I think we're gonna end the video on that. Like I said, this isn't mine. Very nice looking pistol, nice finish. Probably, I'm gonna say probably. I'm trying to think here. If, you know, the markings. If I have seen any better, crisper markings on any pistol, and I don't think I have. I'm gonna be honest and say these are world-class markings. Take a look at this Colt Mustang horse sprinting or whatever it's doing. I mean, come on. That's ridiculous. Say what you will about Cybergun, but you can't be mad about these markings right here. Okay, now I'm done. I'm gonna end the video there. Thanks for watching. I'll put some links down in the description to Destockage Games, where this was purchased from, what the actual model name is, and some links to some of the other stuff that I've referenced in the video as per usual. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.